Mayor Keller and APD Chief Harold Medina are tied at the waist with some sort of glue.
Albuquerque Chief of Police Harold Medina may have violated state law. That is according to a new report.
Julian Pottas has the key findings from that report and what the experts are saying.
Yeah, that's right, guys. So the Internal Affairs Professional Standards Report reviews the moments of this February crash involving APD Chief Harold Medina. Attorneys we spoke with say the chief did not have his body camera turned on moments after this crash happened.
It blew my mind because it's so preposterous. It's so preposterous.
Tom Grover, who is a former APD officer, is also an attorney who says this report caught his attention immediately.
The thing that jumped out at me like, frankly, a nuclear bomb was the fact that Medina admitted that he purposefully did not activate his lapel camera video.
This February accident of Chief Harold Medina striking another car that led to the driver of that car, Todd Pritchard, being seriously injured. On page 5 of the report, it says Medina intentionally and purposefully did not record the interaction of the crash. Afterwards, the report goes on to say the chief invoked his Fifth Amendment right to not self-incriminate.
The notion that he has a Fifth Amendment right would suggest that he's in custody. He, the police chief, is in custody and therefore is being required to make a statement. He's not in custody. He's at work.
KOAT legal expert John Day says what Medina did may also violate state law.
As the report states, that conflicts with APD operating procedures, and it certainly conflicts with the state law regarding police officers activating their body-worn cameras.
That state law is 29-1-18. It reads in part, requiring activation of a body-worn camera whenever a peace officer is responding to a call for service or at the initiation of any other law enforcement or investigative encounter between a peace officer and a member of the public. It goes on to prohibit deactivation of a body-worn camera until the conclusion of a law enforcement or investigative encounter. Both Day and Grover argue this type of action in a court of law could make a jury think the department is trying to hide evidence. Day says he's never heard of anything like this before.
That totally defeats the purpose of the state law and the department's own policies.
Grover says this report could be brought up in the future as it continues to be evaluated.
But I think what we've seen here is that this chief will do reckless things and make reckless statements and act in ways that are reckless, and the mayor will not hold him accountable.
Now, we have been trying to get in touch with the city and Albuquerque Police, the city pointing us in the direction of APD, and a spokesperson for the department saying that Chief Medina did agree to disciplinary actions, but disagrees with some of the conclusions made in this investigation by Internal Affairs. Live in Albuquerque, Julian Pottas, KOAT Action 7 News.